We take something like 20,000 breaths a day. But have you ever stopped to think about what's actually in the air we're breathing? So today we're going to break down air pollution, a problem that's often invisible, but wow, it impacts everything from our health to the entire planet. We've boiled down a guide to get to the heart of what it is, where it comes from, and what we can actually do about it. So let's dive in.
The guide we're drawing from today frames this whole complex topic in a really simple, straightforward way. And the goal here is pretty simple too, to clearly explain what in the world is going on with the air we all have to share.
Okay, so first things first, what is air pollution really? It's a term we throw around all the time, but let's just nail down a clear, simple definition so we're all on the same page.
At its very core, it's what happens when nasty stuff, we're talking harmful gases, dust, even just bad odors, gets into the atmosphere. And this isn't just about the air getting a little dirty. It's about it becoming actively dangerous for all living things.
So the big question is, where is all this pollution even coming from? Let's break down the sources, because spoiler alert, it's not just one single thing. It's a bit more complicated than that.
Well, it turns out pollution sources pretty much fall into two main camps. On one side, you've got natural events, like volcanoes erupting or massive dust storms. But on the other side, you have human activities, things like smoke billowing from factories and the exhaust from all the cars we drive every single day. And that second category, that's where our daily choices really come into play.
And wow, the list of pollutants that we, humans, are responsible for is surprisingly long. It covers everything from industrial chemicals and the fumes from aerosol cans to the methane gas that's released by landfills. It's all these seemingly small sources that really add up.
Okay, so we know what it is and where it comes from. But why does it actually matter? What's the big deal? Let's get into the real-world impact, because this is the so what of it all.
Probably one of the most visible signs is smog. I mean, if you've ever seen a big city skyline just kind of disappear into this hazy, brownish cloud, you know exactly what this is talking about. It's a really stark visual reminder of what we're all breathing in.
But this goes way beyond what we can just see with our own eyes. Air pollution has direct, serious consequences for our health. It can range from things that seem minor at first, like headaches or dizziness, all the way to severe, long-term problems like chronic lung diseases.
And it's not just us humans who are affected. The entire ecosystem takes a major hit. You've got things like acid rain, which can devastate entire forests, airborne pollutants damage plants, and animals, well, they end up suffering from the same kinds of respiratory problems that we do.
And if we zoom all the way out, the impact is literally planetary. Some of these key pollutants actually damage the ozone layer. That's our planet's crucial shield against harmful radiation from the sun. Plus, they trap heat in the atmosphere, which speeds up the greenhouse effect. And you guessed it, drives global warming.
All right, after hearing all that, it's pretty easy to feel a little overwhelmed, right? Kinda helpless even. But here's the good news, we aren't. The solution actually starts with some pretty concrete, simple steps, and our source material lays out a really clear action plan for us.
The real power of this action plan is just how simple it is. These are small, individual choices we can all make, like maybe walking instead of driving for short trips or just remembering to turn off the lights. But when we all do them, they create a massive collective impact. Each one reduces our energy use and waste, and things like planting trees, that actively goes to work cleaning the air for us.
So all of this really brings us to a final, crucial idea. This isn't just a list of problems and fixes. At the end of the day, it's about the choices we make every single day that determine the future of the very air we all breathe.
And that right there is the ultimate takeaway. The solutions, they aren't some complex mystery. They're not out of reach. They're simple, daily actions. The power to create cleaner air for ourselves and for generations to come is genuinely in our hands. So the question really isn't whether we can help, it's whether we will. What will we do?